Welcome back to the Artificial Fluency podcast. I'm Emma. It's a great way to ask for advice about public transport, while also learning new vocabulary related to travel. One time, I was on a train and asked someone, "Is this your regular train?" They smiled and said, "Yes, I take it every day." From there, we started talking about the best times to travel and how to avoid the busiest trains. It was a great way to learn more about the area and practice speaking in an everyday situation. The key to small talk is that it can happen anywhere, at any time, and with anyone. It's not about making a deep or complicated conversation, but rather finding ways to connect with others in an easy, approachable way. Whether it's about the weather, food, or hobbies, small talk helps you practice speaking, improve your vocabulary, and feel more confident in your English skills. Each time you engage in small talk, you get better at understanding others and expressing yourself in English. Small talk might feel a bit intimidating at first, but with practice, it becomes easier and more natural. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to practice and enjoy the process of connecting with others in English. Each conversation is a step toward becoming more fluent and comfortable with the language. So, the next time you're in a situation where you can make small talk, take a deep breath and give it a try. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn and how many new people you can meet. Imagine you're at the park, sitting on a bench enjoying the sun. A person nearby might be walking their dog or sitting by themselves. You could start with something as simple as, "What a beautiful day it is. Do you come here often?" Or, if you see them with a dog, "What's your dog's name?" People love talking about their pets, so this could easily turn into a longer conversation about dogs, parks, or even favorite activities to do outdoors. One time, I was sitting in a park and saw someone walking their dog. I said, "Your dog looks so friendly, what's his name?" This small question led to a full conversation about the breed of the dog, where she had adopted him, and how they enjoy walking in the park every afternoon. It was a simple, easy conversation, but it helped me practice speaking and listening while also getting to know someone a little better. It's moments like these that show how small talk can be a great tool to connect with others, even when you're just enjoying a peaceful moment outside. Now, think about a situation where you're at the gym. Maybe you see someone lifting weights or stretching nearby. You could start by saying, "Hey, I noticed you were using that machine. Is it good for beginners?" Or, "I'm new to this gym. How long have you been coming here?" Talking about shared experiences at the gym, like workout routines or fitness goals, is an easy way to begin a conversation. It's also a good way to build your confidence in speaking because the topic is something everyone can relate to. I remember one time at the gym when I was just starting out. I saw someone using a piece of equipment I wasn't familiar with. So I asked, "What's that machine called? Is it good for building strength?" The person was kind and explained how to use it properly. And from there, we talked about different workout plans and how we both stay motivated. It was a casual chat, but it gave me the opportunity to practice speaking English in a setting where everyone is usually focused on their fitness. It helped me feel more comfortable at the gym, while also practicing important vocabulary related to fitness and exercise. Another setting where small talk can be useful is during travel. Whether you're on a bus, a plane, or in an airport, there are plenty of opportunities to make small talk with people around you. You could ask, "Is this your first time visiting the city?" Or, "How long are you staying here?" Travel conversations are often light and easy because people are usually in a good mood, excited about their trip. Plus, they might have great tips for you about the city or share interesting stories about their travels. I once met a traveler on a plane who was heading to the same city I was visiting. I asked, "Is this your first time visiting here?" The person replied that it was their first time, and we ended up sharing tips about the city, things to do, and places to eat. It was a very relaxed conversation that gave me the chance to practice my listening and speaking, while also learning useful vocabulary about travel and tourism. Let's move on to a situation many people experience: waiting in line. Whether you're waiting at a store, at a coffee shop, or even at the post office, small talk is a great way to pass the time. You could say, "The line is so long today, isn't it?" Or, "Do you know if this store has any discounts this week?" These types of questions are simple and easy to ask, and they can quickly start a conversation with someone nearby. People often don't mind chatting while waiting, so this is a great opportunity to practice your English. A while ago, I was waiting in line at a supermarket when I noticed the person ahead of me had a lot of fruit. I casually said, "Looks like you're getting a lot of healthy food today. Are you making a big meal?" They smiled and explained they were making a fruit salad. We ended up talking about healthy recipes, and I learned a few new ideas for meals. It was a short conversation, but it was perfect for practicing small talk in a relaxed setting while learning new words related to food and cooking. Another great opportunity for small talk is when you're doing everyday chores, like at the laundromat or in a waiting room. Sometimes it's easy to feel awkward during these moments, but small talk can help break the ice. If you're at the laundromat, for example, you might say, "How long does it usually take for the washers to finish?" Or, "Do you know if this machine works well?" People in these situations are often open to casual conversations, and it's a great way to practice speaking in a natural setting. I've had several conversations at the laundromat myself. I once asked a person, "Do you know if these dryers work well? I'm new here." They happily gave me advice on which machines to use and shared some tips about the laundry service. From there, we talked about how often we do laundry and the best times to visit the laundromat. It was a simple conversation, but it helped me practice both speaking and listening skills while learning some new words about laundry. Let's now consider a situation at a restaurant. Small talk in a restaurant can be easy and enjoyable. You could start by asking the waiter, "What do you recommend from the menu?" Or, "Is this dish spicy? I'm not very good with spicy food." If you're at a table with other people, you could say, "This restaurant is nice. Have you been here before?" Or, "What's your favorite dish here?" These types of questions can lead to friendly conversations, and you get the chance to learn about food, restaurants, and cultural preferences. I remember a time when I was at a new restaurant and asked the waiter, "What's the most popular dish here?" He told me about a special soup, and I ordered it. Afterward, I asked him, "Is this soup a traditional dish here?" He was happy to tell me about the local food culture, and we talked about different foods from other countries. It was a great way to practice speaking English while learning about the local food scene. Another time, I had small talk with someone sitting at the table next to me. We started talking about the restaurant's atmosphere and the menu. The conversation led to us sharing some funny stories about our past experiences at other restaurants, and before I knew it, we had been talking for over 15 minutes. Even though it was just casual small talk, I walked away feeling more comfortable. With speaking English in a social setting, it's also important to mention that small talk doesn't have to be limited to face-to-face interactions. In our digital age, small talk can also happen online, especially in social media groups or forums. If you're part of an online community, such as a group for people learning English, you could comment on someone's post by saying, "That sounds interesting. How long have you been learning English?" Or, "I love that idea. I'll have to try it out myself." These types of comments help you interact with others and build connections while practicing your English in the digital environment. I remember joining an online English learning group where people were sharing tips and advice. I asked, "What's the best way to practice speaking English at home?" A few people responded with helpful suggestions, and we ended up discussing different methods for improving our speaking skills. I learned so much from that conversation, and it made me feel more confident about continuing my English learning journey. In summary, small talk can be a powerful tool in your journey to improve your English. Whether you're at a coffee shop, gym, bookstore, or even just waiting in line, you can practice speaking and listening while learning new vocabulary and making connections with others. Small talk doesn't need to be complicated. It's simply about engaging with people in a friendly and approachable way. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Remember, every conversation, no matter how small, is an opportunity to improve your English and feel more confident in your ability to communicate. Why small talk matters. In everyday life, small talk is more than just polite conversation. It is a skill that helps us connect with others, make new friends, and feel comfortable in different social situations. When you are learning English, small talk is a great way to practice speaking without pressure. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need long or complex sentences. Just a few simple phrases can help you start a conversation and keep it going. Many people feel nervous about talking to strangers, especially in a new language. But the good news is that small talk is not about deep or difficult topics. It is about simple things that everyone can relate to. The weather, the place you are in, daily activities, or even a shared experience. These are safe and easy topics that help you feel more confident when speaking English. Think about times when small talk can be useful. Imagine you are in an elevator with someone. It is a short ride, but silence can feel awkward. A simple, "Busy day today?" or "This building has a nice view," can make the moment feel more comfortable. Or maybe you are waiting for a bus and someone is standing next to you. You could say, "The bus is taking a long time today," or "Do you take this bus often?" These small moments help you practice English in real-life situations. The more you practice small talk, the easier it becomes. At first, it might feel difficult. You might not know what to say. But over time, you will start to feel more natural and relaxed. Small talk helps you get used to speaking English without stress. You do not need to worry about making mistakes. The goal is to communicate and build confidence. Now, let's go into more detail about different situations where small talk can be useful and how you can start and continue a conversation in each. 1. Small talk at the workplace. If you work in an office or any other workplace, small talk is very important. It helps you build good relationships with your coworkers. When you see a colleague in the morning, you can say, "Good morning, how was your weekend?" This is a common way to start a friendly conversation. Let's say you are in the break room making coffee and a coworker is also there. You can say, "I really need this coffee today. How about you?" Or, "This coffee machine is slow, isn't it?" These small comments make the workplace feel friendlier. During lunch, you might be sitting next to someone. You can start a conversation by asking, "Do you usually bring lunch from home?" Or, "Have you tried that new restaurant nearby?" Talking about food is an easy way to connect with people because everyone eats. If you have a meeting with coworkers, you can make small talk before the meeting starts. You can say, "I think today's meeting will be interesting," or "It looks like we have a busy day ahead." These simple statements make interactions more natural. The key is to start with something light and friendly. If the other person responds positively, the conversation can continue. If they seem busy, that is okay too. The important thing is that you are practicing speaking and becoming more comfortable with casual conversations in English. Small talk at the grocery store. The grocery store is another great place to practice small talk. You can talk to the cashier, another shopper, or even a store employee. When you are checking out, you can say to the cashier, "It's busy here today," or "I always buy too many things when I come here." These are simple ways to make the conversation feel friendly. If you see another shopper looking at a product, you can say, "That looks interesting. Have you tried it before?" Or, "I'm not sure which one to choose. Do you have a favorite brand?" People like to share their opinions, and this can lead to a short but useful conversation. You can also ask store employees for help. Instead of just saying, "Where is the bread?" you can add a little extra, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread? I'm looking for something fresh." This makes the conversation more natural. Grocery stores are full of opportunities for small talk. You can comment on prices, products, or even the weather if it's affecting shopping. For example, "It's so cold today, perfect for making soup." Small talk in these situations helps you feel more comfortable speaking in English in the natural way. Small talk at a doctor's office. Visiting a doctor can sometimes feel stressful, but small talk can help make the experience more comfortable. When you arrive at the clinic, you might need to check in at the front desk. You can say, "Good morning. It's my first time here. Do I need to fill out any forms?" This helps you practice speaking while also getting useful information. If you are sitting in the waiting room, you can start a conversation with someone nearby. You might say, "It looks like they're running a little late today," or "I always get nervous before a checkup. How about you?" These are light and easy ways to start talking. When the nurse or doctor comes in, you can also use small talk to make yourself feel more comfortable. A simple, "How's your day going?" or "It's really cold outside today," can help you feel more relaxed before your appointment. Even though medical situations can be serious, small talk helps create a friendly and positive atmosphere. Small talk at a cafe or restaurant. Ordering food or coffee is another great chance to practice small talk. When you enter a cafe, you can greet the barista by saying, "Hi, how's your day going?" Or, "It's a nice day for a hot coffee, isn't it?" This makes the interaction feel more friendly. When you are at a restaurant, you can start small talk with the waiter by asking, "What do you recommend from the menu?" This is a useful way to practice asking questions and getting information. If you are eating alone at a cafe and someone sits nearby, you might say, "This place has really good coffee. Have you been here before?" Many people enjoy talking about food and drinks, so this is an easy way to start a conversation. Small talk in the taxi or ride share. If you take a taxi or use a ride-sharing app like Uber, you can also practice small talk with the driver. You can start by greeting them with, "Hi, how's your day going?" Many taxi drivers like to talk, so you can ask simple questions like, "Is it a busy day for you?" Or, "How long have you been driving in this city?" These questions show interest and can lead to a longer conversation. If you are visiting a new place, you can ask, "Do you have any recommendations for good places to eat?" This is a natural way to get useful tips while practicing English. Small Talk at the library or bookstore. A library or bookstore is a quiet place, but you can still use small talk when necessary. If you see someone looking at a book, you could say, "That looks interesting. Have you read it before?" Or, "I'm looking for a good book. Do you have any recommendations?" If you are checking out books, you can ask the librarian, "Are there any events happening here this week?" This is a simple way to start a conversation while learning more about the library. Final thoughts: small talk is a valuable skill that helps you feel more comfortable speaking English in everyday situations. By practicing in different places, at work, in a store, at a cafe, or even in a taxi, you will improve your confidence and speaking ability. The more you use small talk, the more natural it will feel. Every conversation is a chance to practice and get better. Keep trying, and soon, small talk will become easy for you. Small talk in a park or outdoor area. Visiting a park or any outdoor area can provide many opportunities for small talk. Imagine you're sitting on a park bench and someone nearby is walking their dog. You can say something like, "What a beautiful dog. What breed is it?" Or, "I love this park. Do you come here often?" These simple comments help you start a conversation in a relaxed, natural setting. People in parks tend to be open to talking because they are enjoying the outdoors, and the atmosphere is generally peaceful. If you're walking around and see someone sitting alone, you might say, "It's such a nice day, isn't it? Perfect weather for a walk." Or if someone is jogging or exercising, you can ask, "Do you come here for jogging every morning? How long have you been running?" If you are with a friend at the park and you see someone you don't know, you can introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm Blake. I come to this park every weekend. It's so peaceful here." Small talk in a park setting is especially relaxed and gives you the chance to talk about nature, the weather, or even fitness and activities. Small talk in a classroom or language exchange. If you're attending a class or a language exchange event, small talk can help you build friendships and practice English with others. Imagine you're sitting in class and the person next to you looks like they're having a hard time understanding something. You could say, "Do you need help with this question?" Or, "I'm not sure about this part either, but maybe we can figure it out together." These kinds of comments help you bond with your classmates and create a friendly atmosphere. In a language exchange, small talk is a great way to practice speaking casually. You can ask questions like, "How long have you been studying English?" Or, "What made you decide to learn English?" These are great questions because they show interest in the other person's experience, which makes the conversation flow easily in any class setting, whether it's English or another subject. Small talk can also happen before or after lessons. For example, before the lesson starts, you could say, "I'm excited to learn something new today. How about you?" Or, "Did you have a good weekend? Do anything interesting?" These types of questions can break the ice and make everyone feel more comfortable. Small talk at a sports event or gym. If you are at a sports event, whether watching or playing, small talk is an excellent way to connect with other fans or participants. Let's say you're at a soccer match. You might say, "This game is so exciting. Do you think our team will win?" Or, "I can't believe how good that player is." These comments show your enthusiasm for the game and help start a conversation with someone nearby. If you're attending a gym or fitness class, small talk can also be helpful. If you see someone lifting weights, you might say, "You're really good at that. How long have you been working out?" Or, "I've just started exercising. Do you have any tips for beginners?" These types of comments make the atmosphere more friendly and relaxed. You can also talk to the instructor or coach before or after a session. You might say, "That was a great workout. How often do you recommend doing this kind of exercise?" Or, "I've been thinking about joining this class for a while, and I'm glad I finally did. Do you enjoy teaching here?" These conversations help build connections and make you feel more comfortable in a gym or sports setting. Small talk at a bus stop or train station. At a bus stop or train station, small talk is another easy way to practice English. Sometimes people feel nervous when they're waiting for transportation, especially if it's late or crowded. A simple comment can make the situation feel more comfortable. For example, you might say, "The bus is running late today, isn't it?" Or, "Do you take this bus every morning?" These comments are easy to say and can lead to a short, casual conversation. If you're at a train station, you can say something like, "I'm going to the city today. Are you headed there too?" Or, "It's always crowded in the mornings, isn't it?" These types of comments can help you practice speaking English while also engaging in friendly conversation with others who are waiting for their trains. In these types of situations, people often appreciate small talk because it can pass the time and make waiting more enjoyable. You can also comment on the weather or traffic conditions, such as, "It's so hot today," or "I heard the traffic is terrible this morning." These are easy ways to start a conversation that anyone can participate in. Small talk in a shopping mall or shopping center. Shopping malls or shopping centers are full of opportunities for small talk, especially if you're with friends or browsing in stores. Imagine you're walking through a mall and you see someone looking at shoes. You can say, "Those shoes look really comfortable. Have you tried them on yet?" Or, "I'm looking for something similar. Do you know where I can find them?" These simple comments make it easier to start a conversation and can help you learn about different stores or products. If you're at a counter waiting to pay, you can talk to the cashier or other customers by saying, "It's always busy here on weekends, isn't it?" Or, "I've been coming to this mall for years. Do you work here often?" These small questions can lead to a conversation and give you a chance to practice English in a relaxed setting. Sometimes you might see someone you know while shopping. You could say, "Hey, it's been a while. How have you been?" Or, "I didn't expect to see you here today. Are you shopping for something special?" These types of comments help you reconnect and practice English in everyday situations. Small talk at a volunteer event or charity. Volunteer events or charity activities are another place where small talk is useful. When you're helping out at an event, you can talk to other volunteers by saying, "How long have you been volunteering here?" Or, "What made you decide to get involved with this event?" These questions help build friendships and let you learn more about the people around you. If you're at a charity event and meet someone new, you can say, "It's great that we're all here to support such a good cause. How did you hear about this event?" Or, "This event seems like it's going to be really successful. How long have you been helping out?" These simple comments show that you're interested in the event and the people you're working with. Talking about shared interests like charity work can also help you make connections. For example, you might say, "I love working with animals. Do you usually volunteer at animal shelters?" Or, "I think we're really making a difference today. Do you volunteer at other events too?" Small talk at a travel destination or airport. When traveling, small talk can be a great way to practice English and meet new people. For example, if you're at an airport, you might talk to other travelers by saying, "Is this your first time in this city?" Or, "I've never been to this airport before. Do you know which gate we need? These comments can help you practice English while also getting useful information. If you're at a tourist destination, you can ask people about their experiences. For example, "This place is amazing. How long are you staying?" Or, "Have you been to any other famous sites here?" These types of questions show curiosity and can lead to a great conversation. Small talk can also help you feel more comfortable in the new place. If you're in a new city and looking for advice, you can ask locals, "What's the best restaurant around here?" Or, "I'm looking for a good park. Do you know where I can go?" These simple questions allow you to practice speaking English while exploring new places. The importance of practice. As you can see, small talk can happen everywhere, at work, in stores, at the park, in class, and while traveling. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. Remember, small talk is not about being perfect. It's about connecting with others, learning new words and phrases, and gaining confidence in your speaking skills. By having these conversations, you will practice vocabulary, improve your listening skills, and feel more comfortable speaking in a variety of situations. Keep practicing, and soon, small talk will feel easy and natural. Small talk at work. Connecting with colleagues. Small talk is an important skill in the workplace because it helps you build good relationships with your colleagues. Many people feel nervous about talking to their coworkers, especially in a new job. But making small talk at work can help you feel more comfortable and make your job more enjoyable. If you are new to a company, you can start conversations with simple questions, like, "How long have you been working here?" Or, "What do you like most about your job?" These questions show interest and help you learn more about your workplace. If someone is making coffee or taking a break, you can ask, "Do you usually drink coffee in the morning?" Or, "What's your favorite kind of tea?" These small questions can lead to longer conversations and help you bond with your coworkers. When talking to a colleague you see often, you can ask about their day. You might say, "How has your morning been so far?" Or, "Did you have a busy day today?" These types of questions show that you care about how they are doing. If you notice someone is busy, you can say, "Looks like you have a lot on your plate today." Or, "That project looks interesting. What are you working on?" Another good topic at work is the weekend. On a Monday, you can ask, "How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun?" If it's Friday, you might say, "Do you have any plans for the weekend?" People usually enjoy talking about their free time, and this can lead to interesting conversations. If you want to be more social at work, you can also start small talk about lunch. If you see someone eating something nice, you can say, "That looks delicious. Where did you get it from?" If you're going to lunch, you can ask, "Do you have a favorite place to eat around here?" Or, "I'm trying to find a good restaurant nearby. Do you have any recommendations?" During meetings or team discussions, you can also use small talk before the meeting starts. You might say, "This looks like an interesting meeting. Have you worked on something like this before?" Or, "I think this project is going to be exciting. What do you think?" These types of conversations help create a friendly and professional work environment. Small talk with neighbors. Being friendly in your community making. Small talk with your neighbors is a great way to build good relationships and feel more comfortable in your neighborhood. If you live in an apartment building or a house with neighbors nearby, small talk can help you become friendly with them. When you see your neighbor outside, you can start with a simple greeting. "Good morning. How are you today?" Or, "Hi, how's your day going?" A smile and a friendly tone can make the conversation feel natural. If your neighbor has a garden, you can say, "Your flowers look beautiful. Do you spend a lot of time gardening?" Or, I love your plants. Do you have any tips for keeping them healthy? These comments show interest and help create a friendly conversation. If you see a neighbor walking their dog, you can ask, "What a cute dog. What's its name?" Or, "How long have you had your dog?" Dog owners usually enjoy talking about their pets, and this is a great way to start a conversation. You can also make small talk about the neighborhood. If there is a new store or cafe opening, you can ask, "Have you been to the new cafe down the street?" Or, "I heard a new grocery store is opening. Have you checked it out?" These questions can help you and your neighbor find common interests. If you're new to the neighborhood, introducing yourself is a good way to start small talk. You can say, "Hi, I just moved in last week. It's nice to meet you." Or, "I'm new to the area. Do you have any recommendations for good places to visit?" These conversations make it easier to get to know your neighbors. During the holidays, small talk can also be a nice way to connect. You can say, "Are you doing anything special for the holidays?" Or, "I love your decorations. They look great." These simple comments create a friendly atmosphere and help you feel more connected to your community. Small talk at a doctor's office or waiting room. Sometimes we find ourselves in waiting rooms, whether at a doctor's office, a bank, or any other place where we need to wait. Making small talk in these situations can make the time pass more quickly and feel less awkward. If you're at a doctor's office, you can say, "It looks like it's a busy day here," or "Have you been waiting long?" These comments are neutral and easy to say. If the waiting room has magazines, you can say, "They always have interesting magazines here," or "I always bring a book when I have to wait. Do you like reading?" These types of comments can lead to a short but pleasant conversation. In a bank or government office, people sometimes feel frustrated while waiting. You can lighten the mood with small talk like, "It always takes longer than expected, doesn't it?" Or, "At least the chairs here are comfortable." These small remarks can help make the situation feel more relaxed. If you're in a coffee shop waiting for your order, you can start a conversation with someone nearby by saying, "They make really good coffee here. Have you been here before?" Or, "I love the smell of fresh coffee in the morning. What's your favorite drink?" These types of questions help you practice English in everyday situations. Small talk in a taxi or rideshare when taking a taxi, or using a rideshare service, small talk can make the ride more enjoyable. Many drivers like to chat, and a little conversation can make the trip feel shorter. A good way to start is by greeting the driver, "Good morning, how's your day going?" Or, "Hi, have you had a busy day?" These simple greetings make the conversation feel natural. If you're in a new city, you can ask, "I'm visiting for the first time. Do you have any recommendations for good places to see?" Or, "What's your favorite thing about this city?" Drivers often have good local knowledge and enjoy sharing tips. If the traffic is bad, you might say, "It looks like there's a lot of traffic today." Or, "Is traffic always sometimes?" Drivers will start the conversation first. If they ask how your day is going, you can respond with, "It's been good, just a little busy," or "I'm on my way to work. How about you?" These small interactions help you practice English naturally. Small talk at a hair salon or barber shop. Going to get a haircut is another place where small talk happens. Many people feel nervous talking to their hairdresser, but it's a great way to practice casual English. You can start by saying, "I'm thinking of trying a new haircut. Do you have any suggestions?" Or, "I really like the way you styled my hair last time." These comments make the conversation flow naturally. If you want to talk about something light, you can say, "This place is always busy. Do you have a lot of regular customers?" Or, "I love the way this salon is decorated. It has a nice atmosphere." These small comments help keep the conversation going. Hairdressers also like to ask questions, so if they ask how your day is going, you can respond with, "It's been good, just running a few errands today," or "I've been looking forward to getting my hair done all week." These responses help keep the conversation friendly and enjoyable. Keep practicing small talk. As you can see, small talk can happen in so many places, from work and travel to waiting rooms and everyday activities. The more you practice, the easier it will become. You don't need to have long, complicated conversations. Just a simple question or comment can help you connect with others and feel more confident in speaking English.